Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm replicating a monument, or at least I try to. So I was just searching for interesting things to build, and I thought about why not build something that is easily like recognizable as like a symbol of a city or a country even. And I stumbled on like the tower bridge. I was there previously, like a few years ago, and I thought, okay, that is like one of the most recognizable symbols of London. So I tried, or I thought about why not try that. And so that's what I did. And I started with going into the basement, and I did two levels. One is like the still the structure of the bridge, and then comes the water of the Thames. And at the moment, it looks quite blue still, which isn't all that realistic of the actual river. But yeah, it I couldn't change that at the moment, or I will change it later with just making the floor of the pool the like dirt color. I think it's called something with basement. And yeah, I just did that, and then it looked way less blue as it does at the moment. But honestly, at the moment, I was just trying to make it as close to the shape that we can see as possible. And I already knew that some things I couldn't replicate, so it's way smaller than it actually is in real life. Because, of course, it is like a really large thing, and in the Sims, you just can't replicate it that large because it would like blow through like the biggest lot that we have, at least in the base game. I think you can't even do it on like the bigger lot in, I think it's in Dussel Valley, where we have a bigger lot than the 50 by 50. So it wouldn't even fit in there, I think. So I just try to make it proportional so it looks right. So as you can see, I'm at on the roof at the moment, and I put down a bunch of roof pieces, and there's some towers, and yeah, I just put that down, and I go back to that like angle, because that angle was the picture that I was looking at, and looking if it looks approximately right, and I think it looks close enough that it's recognizable, so I went with it. And then I put down some wall paint. It's a brick that I think looks quite similar. I think it's a little bit too small, so the bricks are a little bit too small that it's made out of, but I'm not sure. I just used one picture and nothing else for the replication, because I thought if I look at more pictures, it's going to be like confusing, and it's going to make me like doubt the whole build. So I thought, okay, it's fine. I'm just using one picture, and that would be the basis of the whole thing. And as you can see, I put down some columns in the corners, and in real life, it's like a really thick column or round bit on the corners. So yeah, it's way too small in The Sims, but we don't have any thicker columns, so I thought it's fine. I'm just going to use that. In general, with like replications, I always try to like not force myself to make it too realistic, because you can't actually replicate it like exactly in The Sims. It would be quite a feat if you actually could, but you can't really do it. So I try to not be too hard on myself while building those kinds of things, because it's just unrealistic to expect that you can actually do it. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just trying to make it as close as possible. And for example, with this part, in real life, it's actually like a real walkway, and it's like it has a roof and stuff. But in The Sims, because of the proportions, I really wanted it to not be an actual room, because I wanted to use half walls. But that, of course, makes it that it's not a room, and that's really sad, I think. But I just couldn't bring myself to make it a room because it would look out of proportions to the real life thing that we have. So yeah, I decided to go for the proportions instead of the realism with the actual walkways. And then I put down some platforms at the side of the of the bridge, because I thought, okay, that would be like the pedestrian part, and the rest would be the car part. Of course, it's a little bit unrealistic because there's like three archways. In real life, it's actually just one, and also there's the stairs that go upstairs, and they cut into the like car part where they are supposed to go. So yeah, it's not really all that realistic, but I thought, okay, from the outside it looks like the Tower Bridge, so I'm fine with that. And the rest for the inside, I decided to just go with like what I wanted to do with it. So I thought it would be a nice touch to make it into a museum, because I actually think that in the actual Tower Bridge there are parts of it that are a museum, or at least it like explains the like history of the Tower Bridge. I was there, so I think I remember that. I'm not 100% sure that that's actually the case, but I decided to trust my memory, so I went for it, and I think it turned out fine as a museum. I put down some half walls into the building and put down some paintings and wall decor on it, so I can fulfill the requirements of the museum lot type. And I decided to go for the like armor and swords display for one of the walls, just because I could, and I thought would fit well with like the vibe of the whole like Tower Bridge thing. So yeah, I thought it would be a nice touch, and I went for it. And then I looked at the requirements because I noticed that I hadn't fulfilled all of them yet. And I noticed that I needed some sculptures and an easel. So I put them down, and then I put down a bunch of plants because I wanted to decorate it a little bit. And then I was finished. Now you can see some screenshots of the build. I hope you like it. You can download it from the gallery. My ID is TGGSims, same as my YouTube channel name. I also hope that you liked the video and will consider pressing the thumbs up button and subscribing. Thanks very much for watching, and have a great week. Bye!